Hello everyone and welcome to the warrior slot skills video. I will be going over all the slot skills as well as the animations just to give you an idea how they look and feel, and I give you my short opinion on them. So to start, the healing skills. What I have currently equipped is Mending, which heals yourself and removes 2 conditions on a 20-second recharge. This skill is, for me, it looks like the best healing skill for warrior. 2 conditions removed every 20 seconds as well as a decent heal is amazing, and every healing skill has the same animation, and which is basically a long cast time. That's it. Healing Surge. Heal yourself and build adrenaline on a 30-second recharge. Heals for more, and it also gives you 10 adrenaline. Now I think 10 adrenaline is one of these bars. I'm pretty sure. I can test that actually. Let me test that. So here is one of the animations. So cast time, so it's almost a bar. Now Mending is the same animation, as well as healing signets. So signets have a passive as well as an active. The passive is only on when it's not on recharge, and it has a 40-second recharge, and passive is you regenerate health, and active is you heal yourself. It's the strongest of the heals, and it gives a passive heal, but it has no additional effect like the condition removal or the build adrenaline. Then on to the elite skills. I'm going to do the elite skills first because there's only 3 of them. First one, Battle Standards. Place a battle standard that revives fallen allies and applies stability, fury, and might to allies. I'm going to do the animation quickly because it has to recharge. So basically what happens is you place on long cast time, you can cast time while moving, and you place a banner. What does? It gives you fury, might, and stability, but you can also pick it up and move around with it. And what it does is it replaces all your skills. So the first one is just like a stab, your auto attack. Next one is sprint forward. It's a charge. Then inspire allies, which is this one you can't use by moving, but it's an AoE swiftness. And the last is planting it back in the ground. And as you can see, it's still active. Like, it has a I'm not even sure how long its duration is. It's been going for 50 seconds already. This is a very long time. So it also revives fallen allies. So any dead ally there will gain will be revived by it. So I think it's one of the best elite skills in the game to stay on to team fight on a capture point, because you always have stability and a fury, as well as if you do get down, you are reviving automatically, like unless they stomp you in time. So it's a great skill. Next, Signet of Rage is it has the same cast animation as a heal when you activate it. It's also just a 2-second cast time, and then you have the effect. The passive is you grants adrenaline. Now, what it actually does is it gives you adrenaline regen while you're in combat, because as you can see, it's not regenerating it from me now. So when you're in combat, it starts regenerating, and then it keeps your adrenaline at that level as well. So if you go out of so long as you stay in combat, you'll regenerate, and when you drop out of combat, it will keep regenerating at that point for a while, and then it drops down. So it's a great passive. Like, it really speeds up the amount of burst skills you can use. And the active is for 30 seconds you gain fury, might, and swiftness, and it's 5 stacks of might. Now that active is big. Like, okay, the standard might seem like a more, like, it's a banner, it's a more visceral elite, but even though this one just gives 3 buzz for 30 seconds, that's a long time. You can use, so it will last you for like a few fights, like really, or you, and you're constantly buffed with 33% movement speed, 20% critical, and plus how much is it? Plus 175 power. That's a lot. Yeah, I think I use that one the most, just because it lasts longer. It's not like it has a 1/4 uptime, so that's why. Rampage, transform, take the form of a massive juggernaut. Basically, you gain. It's a 20-second duration, and it gives you stability, which means you can't be controlled, and it replaces your 4 or 5 skills. And I'll get to that when my elite recharges, so I can show you. Meanwhile, utilities. You have kick. Kick is a physical skill. Push back your foes with a kick. It's quite simple. You like to kick. What else can it be? There. You kick. So you hit them, they fly back. That's basically it. It's a pretty good skill. I think there's better ones, but this is a low recharge one. So. Next, throw bolas. Throw bolas is basically a projectile. When it hits, it immobilizes. It's that simple. So here's the animation. It's a pretty long range, so you hit, you immobilize. Good. Low. I like both kick and this one are for me equal. Just depends on your preference, I guess. I think they're both really useful. Pulse charge, by far the best skill. Like really, I've never made a build without it. What it does is you charge, and when you hit the foe, they get knocked down, and it deals damage. It's a great skill, like really, nothing negative about it. Stomp, I'm sure everyone has seen this one yet, but this one's amazing. So you just stomp, and everyone in that AoE gets knocked back. Like they fly away. It's so amazing. It's a very great skill. In the 60-second recharge, this is why you might want to prefer kick, because it has a long recharge. That one is definitely the most destructive. Next, Signet of Might. Well, I'm not gonna activate Signets because they all have just a cast animation, like you casting, similar to the heal. So, and they all have the same cast time as well, I believe. So, passive improves power, and active you gain 5 might for 10 seconds. That one looks to me like one of those that you want to use for heavy spike builds, like right before an eviscerate. You just use that right before an eviscerate, and then you deal 1 powerful hit, and then it's basically time up. I'm not a fan of these kind of skills, but maybe. Signet of Fury improves precision passively, and active is you gain adrenaline. Now, 30 adrenaline, I think that's nearly full. So that is actually quite good. I don't use it. I haven't used it yet, but I think that's actually quite good. I'm actually curious, like how much does it give me? Watch this bar. It gets full. Wow, it actually does. Okay, that's a quite good. That's wow. Just imagine you just did a eviscerate, and you activate it, and you do one again. Nice. Signet of Stamina grants faster endurance regeneration passively, which is used for dodging endurance, and active is remove all conditions. That's very good. I could see that working very well here. That's a very defensive skill, like a different defensive. You have a lot more dodges as well as remove all conditions. Really good skill, yeah. Doliac Signet reduces incoming damage passively as well, and active is gain stability. And what ability is you ignore all control effects, and it lasts 8 seconds. That's actually good. Passively reduces incoming damage. I have no idea how much. I would say it would probably be like 5% or I actually don't. I have no idea. I don't see it being like 20%. That would be way too much. I don't see it being like 2% because that would be nothing. So I guess 5 or 10%. Because like 7% would be a weird number. I think. But there's 8 seconds of stability, so maybe I'm wrong on that. Yes, it's a different kind of defense, really, compared to a Satan of Stamina, so I think it's pretty good. Next, for Great Justice. That's shouts. I'll show you one shout, and then you know the animation of that. Basically, your character shouts. They actually scream the name of the buff. That's an awesome thing, because you, as well as your allies, as well as your foes, know you've activated it. It creates some play, like your foes now know, oh, this guy has more damage, because it grants him Fury and Might, and it grants it to you and your allies as well. So, Fury is 8%, 8 seconds of 20% critical chance. That's great. And Might is 25 seconds of 3 stacks of Might. It's 25 recharge and 25 seconds on the Might, so you can keep up 3 Might with this skill alone. That's great. I think this will be one of the more popular skills. Shake It Off is another shout. Same thing. It just shouts Shake It Off. 25 seconds recharge. Remove a condition from yourself and nearby allies, and it can also break stuns. So it's a stun breaker, and stun breakers in this game is not just stun, it's also knockdowns and knockbacks, and those kinds of things. So any CC except for conditions, which is great. And not daze, you can't activate skills while dazed, so I don't think it breaks daze. So it's great. It's an AoE condition removal and a stun breaker on 25-second recharge. That's really strong. I Will Avenge You is another shout. Gain Might, Regeneration and Swiftness if you kill a foe your allies rally. That looks more like a PvE skill to me. I'm not sure. 85-second recharge, and it only lasts, all the buffs last for 10 seconds. So maybe if someone near you drops and you're about to kill someone you activated, then you rally them immediately. But then again, I'm pretty sure that if someone dies, your allies rally from him anyway. So I'm not really sure about the skill. I guess the buffs are nice, but for 85-second recharge, I would much rather have any other utility skill. So I'm not sure about that. I'm probably PvE. It's better, but not PvP. Next shout, Fear Me. That's actually an old skill from GW2 that I really like. 95-second recharge. Boy, that's long. Induce fear in all nearby foes. Fear for 1 second. I think that one is not that good. A 1 second fear every 95 seconds does not seem worth the slot for me. It has to be for a 1 second fear. I would say like put it on a 25-second recharge. At least then it's noticeable, because you don't want a fear lasting for like 3 seconds. Because fear is strong, and like really CC is strong in this game. Getting stunned for 2 seconds is almost means death. It's that simple. So 1 second fear, sure. That's still handy, but it doesn't. It still gives you more than enough time to react after the fear. But 95-second recharge. That just makes me not want to take it ever. Because what's 1 second CC every 95 seconds? Unless you you find some build that completely deadlocks someone using a hammer and a maze or something, and they chain all the stuns, and then you have 1 second with the fear, and no. That's a big no for me. Banner of Discipline, you've seen banners. All of the banners, when you pick them up, have the same skills, like the hit, the normal attack, the AoE swiftness, the charge, and then dropping it again. All the banners have that. But they have different AoE effects. So this one improves precision and prowess. Prowess, I believe, was critical damage. I could be wrong. So this one just gives you more crit chance of crit damage. Okay, fair enough. There's no duration on it, so I have no idea. Sorry guys. Banner of Strength improves his power and malice. What's malice? Condition damage or condition duration, I believe. One of the two. I'm going to quickly peek. Is there... No? There was a blog post about those name changes, so... I believe it's condition damage. So... I'm not really a big fan of banners. Oh, I see. It's 45-second duration, so you can keep it up 1/3 of the time, I guess. Okay. I don't necessarily like banners that much because it basically locks your fight in that area. But I haven't used them a lot yet, so maybe I'm totally wrong on this. Banner of Defense, place a banner that increases toughness and vitality for you and nearby allies. This is the defensive banner. So each of them just buffs 2 stats. I'm not even sure how much, so I'm actually going to check. Okay, Banner of Defense, what's my toughness? Toughness is plus 200. Okay. Plus 40. Okay, 45. So all of those stats get increased by 45. And I am 100% sure that if you pick them up, you get the same skills. Yes, the charge, the swiftness, and the drop. Yep. Okay. So that's quite unique. You can actually pick up your spanner, put the AoE swiftness, use the charge, and just put it back down again. That's actually quite a nice skill. Okay, next, Banner of Tactics increases compassion and concentration for you and your allies. Compassion and concentration. Actually, not that I can. Why don't I just look up the stats? Okay. Whoa. I have to get rid of the buff to see. Okay, condition damage is 100. I believe it's condition damage. No. Oh, healing power. Yes, of course, healing power. And the other one's probably boon duration, but there's no indication of that on the stat page. So boon duration and healing power. So that's banners. It's a pretty cool skill type, but I think they just need a little bit of like some added thing, like just something. Next, we're going to the stances. Berserker stance, gain adrenaline for a short time. I'm going to activate that. Where are you? So what happens is stances are just insta casts, like, and you get a animation on you for the duration. So gain adrenaline. You see, it's trying to, but since I'm out of combat, it doesn't keep it. So it wants to degenerate at the same time. So It's actually quite a lot of adrenaline. 20 seconds of time, so yeah, I think that's 20 adrenaline because it's 1 per second. So pretty good skill. Like combine that with the Sickness of Fury and you can just spike 3-4 times in a row. That's pretty good. Next, Endure Pain. Take no damage from incoming attacks for 5 seconds, and it is a stun breaker. This skill is amazing. You can literally take as many hits as you can, you take no damage, so this essentially means you will be able to fight for 5 seconds no matter what the situation. Great skill, like really a great skill. 90-second recharge, fair enough. It really needs a long recharge because this one has won me like fights. Because like in 5 seconds of time, you can dish out a lot of damage if they can't kill you, and they can't because you don't take damage. It's the same as an insta-cast animation, and this is a stance, so all stances are like that. Next, you have balance stance, which is you gain stability for 8 seconds, and is also a stun breaker. Endure Pain is also a stun breaker, by the way, and a 40-second recharge. So this is the anti-CC, basically. So that's the anti-damage, this is the anti-CC. Next, Frenzy. Now, this skill, wow, this skill, really. So, improve critical damage and quickness. Now, quickness is a buff that says skills and actions are twice as fast, which means that all of your skills activate have double the animation speed, basically. Also, this includes stomping. This includes healing. This includes all of those things. It's like the amount of burst it can give you, it's insane. And it's also stun breaker, as well as it gives you critical damage. I believe it's even 35% critical damage. That's insane. It really is. So Frenzy is definitely one of the greatest skills you can get for the own warrior. Then you have these skills are race skills, so I'm not gonna go over them. To end off, I was going to show you that, which is Rampage, which is the form that for 20 seconds you gain stability, as well as you become big, you gain turn color, and you get this. So that's basically you just punch the whole time. Then you have a kick, you have a charge, you have a rock throw that knocks down when it hits, and you have a stomp. So basically what you have is you have kick, you have, where is it? Stomp, stomp, stomp. You have stomp, you have bull's charge. Without the knockdown, that charge does not knock down, but it deals a lot more damage. And you have a range, well, you have throw balls, but that one doesn't immobilize, it knocks down. So it has so much CC on that bar. It doesn't deal, you can't deal as much damage with it, but you can really CC someone for a long time. And you have time enough to use all of the skills twice, because they have low recharge, you just have 20 seconds to do them. And you can't get CC'd yourself, which means that no matter what they want to do, they are getting knocked around. So great, great, great elite skill. And also the animation, like you grow size and everything, it's quite good. So I believe that's all of the slot skills. These are all race specific skills, these 6. So I would like to thank you all for watching, and see you next time.